Welcome to the Daily Energize Podcast, your quick dose of clarity, quick tips, and the spark you need to shine bright. Here's your host, Spencer Jones.
Hey Energizer, welcome to a brand new week, a week that is going to give you lots and lots of opportunities for joy, for positivity, some beautiful moments, and maybe a struggle or two here or there just to help you stay on the most aligned track for you. Today, as we head into this week, I want to talk about conversations, and especially conversations that seem like they're on repeat. Now, maybe I'm the only person who's had this, but I don't think so. That, we've had the same conversation, but it's a different day. Like, man, we've talked about this before, and we talked about it before, and we talked about it before, and it just, it's that repeated conversation over and over and over again. And I'm not talking about, how's the weather? It's about the projects that we're doing, about solutions or problems that we came up to with solutions for that now we're just rehashing over and over and over and over again. And maybe you're seeing this with your teams, your coworkers, maybe your spouse, your kids, your parents. It happens in all areas of our life in different ways, and it shows up differently at times, but the overall theme is consistent, and that's that these conversations are on repeat. Why does that happen? Why do conversations go on repeat like that over and over and over and over again? Well, what I've noticed is that these conversations stay on repeat because we're stuck in these loops. All right, and talking about it and even trying to solve it isn't necessarily moving. We're just talking around in circles and about this topic. And so it's this loop that just keeps going round and around and around and around again. And the reason why we keep going round and round and round and round again is because we're not clear. There's not clarity in that conversation and the answer and the outcome. Now, maybe that's because I'm not clear of what I want for it. Like if I'm trying to tell my team what we're trying to do or go after, and I'm not clear about it with them, then of course we're going to keep going round and round because they want to make sure they're doing a good job. Or with my kids, or with Katie, or whatever, with whomever. If I'm not clear about it, well then that is going to lead us to have these conversations that are on repeat. The other half of it is I might be clear on it, but they might not be clear. They might not be clear of the outcome of the decision of what we're trying to do or what the task is or whatever component you're trying to portray to them. They're not clear. And if they're not clear, well, then either they're going to go off and do something totally different or something that doesn't totally match what you're looking for. And these conversations are going to be on repeat. So how do you solve this? How do you stop this conversation recycling over and over and over again? It's by getting clear. First and foremost, making sure that you are clear of what do you want from it, what does it look like, what's the end result, or what's the process for it. You getting as clear as possible. And then making sure that the other party, the other person or group of people are clear about it as well. And I found when I was teaching, one of the best ways I could do that is to have them, I would say repeat it back to me, but that saying it, hey, now repeat that back to me, that's not usually the best way to get a response and make sure that they agree to it. But I'd say, so what does that look like for you? Or you can use different wordings of that. Well, can you explain that to me? Or what are you thinking of this? Or how would you go about that? So even if you're basically checking in with them and seeing if they are clear on it. Because if they're trying to teach it to you or explain it to you, then it's going to expose really quickly if they know it, if they're clear about it, or if they're not. One of the best ways I've learned, and I learned this in college and I did it when I was teaching, and it still holds true to today, is if I can teach it, I know it. And I actually learn it more when I'm teaching it than when I'm here sitting there learning it. So one way, now this doesn't work for all circumstances, and I get that, but is to have that other person, the other party, teach it to me. Okay, can you walk me through what this looks like? I might know, but that helps them know it even deeper and further and have clarity on it. And then you can coach them on it and support them in a nice, caring, positive, constructive way. So if you are experiencing these conversation loops, this conversations on repeat, make sure you have clarity. Not only that you have clarity, but the other person or group of people have clarity of the outcome of the process of whatever it is you're discussing, because then that'll put an end to these conversations on repeat. All right, I hope that helps. Go have an amazing start to your week, and until next time, I'll catch you later.